I know you do a show, but do you really believe in ghosts?
I believe that there is absolutely something. There is a phenomenon that occurs, whether it is the once living consciousness of a human being that's still lingering. Don't know. It could be interdimensional. It could be, quantum entanglement. There is a phenomenon.
I'm going to ask you a question. I want to roll that tape, okay? And you tell me what is this? What happened? Because this freaked me out. Look at this.
Mom?
Sharon Osbourne was found unresponsive and rushed to the hospital.
Hey. Lights on, now. We need an ambulance now.
What happened there?
We have no idea. And this isn't just me throwing stuff out to get whatever.
To give it some context, this is we got this from the trailer of the new season on your Travel Channel show called
Night of Terror.
Night of Terror. You took your mom into this room, and then when I read about it, you said it says a demon, or did you say a demon possessed her?
I didn't. I never said possessed. I believe his. Let's break it down factually. She passed out and lost consciousness for 20 minutes and even stopped breathing for a period of time. We rushed her to the hospital. She was in hospital for 2 days. They did every blood panel imaginable. She had heart scans, brain scans, sleep scans. She had every test imaginable to try and determine medically what happened to her. The only thing that was off was her electrolytes were a little bit low. I've been slightly dehydrated before. That's never happened to me. Like, has that ever happened to you when you've worked out a little too hard?
And she had nothing previously going in, didn't feel anything?
Nothing. She was totally fine, completely normal. We were joking 2 minutes before that happened. And everyone, even the doctor goes, well, she fainted. And I have the raw footage. Obviously, we have to cut it down for TV. But that's not fainting, because what happened, when you faint, you're out. It was a very gradual, over 2 minutes is how slow she went out to lose consciousness.
Because I know when you're dehydrated too, you feel something leading up to it. Like whether it's a headache or you feel dizzy or something. Yeah. And if there was nothing.
So being the devil's advocate, you're doing the show. Does what happened to her correspond to anything that you were specifically looking for?
The room that we were in allegedly had reports of a very dark, ominous entity. That's what a witness said. They saw some kind of weird shadow figure. So we put my mom in there, and what we were doing...
There's a weird, shadowy entity seen by a witness, so I put my mom in there.
Yeah, why not?
You.
She's a tough cookie. She can handle it. Or
not so
at least
much.
I thought. But we put her in there. She had a blindfold on, and so there's an experiment. It's a sensory deprivation experiment. You kind of do it as a way to minimize distraction. If you're feeling something, hearing something, you're using your body as like a tool, if you will. And yeah, she just slowly sat back, and her breathing got really heavy. Her head went back, and over 2 minutes, lost all consciousness.
And then went back to perfect after the hospital.
She regained consciousness after about 20 minutes. Ambulance, when the ambulance got there, and this, that, and the other, and they, and she was relatively alert. I think she was more scared afterwards. And
does she have any recollection of anything in the room?
Nothing. She says she remembers sitting down, putting the blindfold on, and then coming to in the back of the ambulance.
Wow.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I've been for years I've done over 100 ghost hunting episodes. I have had very few experiences that would lead me to believe that, oh, that's demonic, that's evil, that's this, that guy got possessed, or I'm the ghost hunter that's like, that can't happen, that's not real, that's made up. That scratch on your arm is because you rubbed up against an old screw that's sticking out of this half-condemned building. So when I always come at it from what could this be in reality? I like to deal in the three-dimensional world before I start going into the spirit realm and this, that, and the other. I can't explain it. I've shown the footage to numerous doctors. They couldn't explain it. Even when we were at the hospital, they're like, oh, well, she fainted. And I showed the footage to the doctor 20 minutes off, 30 minutes after it happened, and his jaw hit the ground. And he's like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. So I've chosen to peg it as a paranormal event that happened to my mom. Could it have been some kind of evil spiritual attack? Sure.
And also, it's a teachable moment.
Yeah.
If there is a dark entity, an evil entity reported in a room, don't take your mom.
No.